Which current NFL head coach wins the most? I just took a deep dive and checked out every single head coach's current win percentage. I'm gonna get into these win percentages, but first, one quick reminder to like the video, to send this video out to more NFL fans like me and you in the algorithm. If you're an NFL fan, I know you will love the channel. Please just subscribe, turn on notifications so you can be here every time I post before you forget. All right, starting with some coaches who are first-year head coaches. This means they have a 0% win percentage, because they've coached 0 games. Like Gerard Mayo, who's taken over for Bill Belichick in New England. His roster has been left for him stinky, to say the least. So I don't know how high his win percentage is going to be in his first year as head coach, but we'll see. Gerard Mayo's been in this system for a long time. He knows exactly what the Patriots want out of him. Another coach that's going to be stuck with a 0% win percentage because he's never head coached a game before is now Seattle Seahawks head coach, Mike Macdonald. And is Mike Macdonald a plant? I say this because they have Mike McDaniel in Miami and now Mike Macdonald in Seattle. What am I saying? The world needs more Mikes. I ain't complaining. You guys haven't heard of Mike Macdonald? He was in Baltimore last year as their defensive coordinator. That defense took a huge leap with his tutelage. He's hoping to do the same for the Seattle Seahawks and bring the LOB back. Another coach who's at 0% right now is Panthers head coach Dave Canales and Titans head coach Brian Callahan, who are both trying to bring their offenses to young quarterbacks and find improvement. All right, the current active head coach who's coached before with the lowest win percentage in the NFL is Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. It's not really his fault. He played a half of his only season head coaching without his starting quarterback. We'll see if Jonathan Gannon and the Cardinals can improve next year. Next is a name that may surprise you. Second to last is Bears head coach Matt Eberflus. I guess it shouldn't surprise you because the Bears can't get their shit together. They finally have the roster to do it now, but will this coaching hold them back? I guess we'll see. The ball won't lie on that one. Next up is a head coach who's had 2 chances now. Saints head coach Dennis Allen at a 34% win percentage. This is a bad look for a guy that's coached the Raiders and Saints now. Derek Carr on 2 separate occasions. If he doesn't get his shit together this year, they're going to fire him. Another guy who's just been dealt a bad hand time after time is Jets head coach Robert Saleh, who has a 35% win percentage. Hopefully this goes up a ton in his first year with Aaron Rodgers. Healthy, at least. A healthy Aaron Rodgers. Next on the list is the Falcons' new head coach, Raheem Morris, who I believe filled in as an interim head coach for a stint back in the day. And during that stint, he had a 35% win percentage as well, just like Saleh. And this one kind of surprised me a little bit. Former Jets and now Buccaneers head coach Todd Bowles has a win percentage of 42%. And man, Brian Daboll has somehow kept this thing close to 500. The New York Giants have been a train wreck. He's sitting at 45% win percentage, which is good when you look at what's happened in New York, honestly. After those terrible years to start off his coaching career, Dan Campbell is still not recovered. Even the Lions won, what, 12, 13 games last year and are probably going to do it again this year. He's still only got a win percentage of 47% as of today.
You knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, all right? And we're going to stand up, and then it's going to take 2 more shots to knock us down, all right? And on the way up, we're going to take your other kneecap.
Bengals head coach Zach Taylor is next, also at 47%. And now Commanders head coach Dan Quinn is above him as the first coach above 50% at 51%. Shane Steichen has 1 year under the belt as the Colts head coach. And in that 1 year, he had a 52% win percentage with a mixture of quarterbacks, which is impressive. And Dougie P's kind of way down on this list. A former Super Bowl winning head coach only has a win percentage of 53%? Yikes. Kevin Stefanski took over the Browns when they were absolute dog shit. So I guess this 54% may be looked at as a good thing. Now, are my eyes deceiving me, or is Antonio Pierce like more than halfway up this list at 55% last year? That's going to change. I promise you that. Riders! He's tied with Dolphins offensive mastermind Mike McDaniel. And both of these guys are only 1% below 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan as far as win percentage as of today. Bet you didn't expect Kyle Shanahan to be outside the top 10. And behind young head coaches such as Kevin O'Connell and even D'Amico Ryans, who both have 57% win percentage. Mike McCarthy's been coaching in the league for what seems like forever now, probably because of his 61% win percentage. And man, Sean McVay is so young to have racked up this many wins in the league already. He's at 61% as well, right there with Mike McCarthy, the old dog. And also tied with veteran 20-plus year head coaches in the NFL. Sean Payton at 61%. John Harbaugh at 61%.
That's when Dad would say, who's got it better than us?
And just below Mike Tomlin at 62%. We're talking about a guy that's on like a 20-year winning season streak. Sean McVay is right there in his league. Starting off the top 5 is Sean McDermott at 62%. Then Andy Reid at 4th with 63% behind current Eagles head coach. It's funny because Andy Reid used to coach the Eagles. Nick Sirianni at 64% win percentage. Second place is another impressive young guy, kind of like Sean McVay. Matt LaFleur currently has a 65% win percentage, which brings me to the winningest head coach in the NFL today. I'll tell you who it is, but first, just a quick reminder to like the video before you forget. And subscribe to the channel before I disappear in the algorithm forever. Thank you guys. That's the 2 ways you can support my channel for completely free. The winningest head coach in the NFL today almost has a 70% win percentage. And I'm telling you, none of y'all expected this to be the guy. It's Los Angeles Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. And he would have to have a terrible season to fall out of the lead. He's ahead by a full 3% over Matt LaFleur in second. And when you go and look at last, Jonathan Gannon at 23%, this man has a 45% higher win percentage. I am so excited for the Chargers season. This only gets me more juiced. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you think will win the most games this year? Which of these head coaches will take a leap in these rankings? I guess sooner rather than later, the ball definitely won't lie.
Bill Flames, I went Mike on the mic. With something brand new, one time for your mind. He gave you fair warning. Now it's time to smack him in the mouth with that raw sports talk from the town. Sweet chin music to your favorite sportscaster.